Imagine a world of ours where there is no war, no country fighting against one country or a group of country fighting another group of country. That will be a world of peace, a peace that we dream of. But that peace is a price that has been paid by some people. And those people are the fallen heroes. And that is why every November 11, we celebrate the fallen heroes for the price they have paid for the peace in our world. So join me today as we examine from the scientific point of view the November 11, which is the World Remembrance Day for the fallen heroes. At the end of this session, we will look at the history of the Remembrance Day of the fallen heroes in the world. We'll look at the scientific impact whenever we observe the Remembrance Day, which is more especially the 2-minute silence we observe in the Remembrance Day. We'll also look at what the red poppy symbolizes in the Remembrance Day. And finally, we'll look at a case study of Hull City in England, how the Remembrance Day was celebrated in Hull City. So join me in this journey as we look at the work that the heroes that have paid the price for the peace that we enjoy today. Looking at the historical background of the Remembrance Day. The First World War took place between July 28, 1914 and November 11, 1918, which took place between two groups, which were the Allies that comprised the Britain, the France, Russia, and United States, who later joined sometimes in 1918. And between the Central Powers that comprised of Germany, Bulgaria, among other countries. According to record, at the end of the First World War, nothing less than 9 million soldiers were killed, nothing less than 7 million civilians died in the process, and nothing less than 21 million people worldwide suffer injuries. That was really, really much and very, very sad to hear. While the First War was going on, there were discussions between the Allies and some members of the Central Powers. For instance, Bulgaria withdrew from the war earlier, while Germany remained the last country on the side of the Central Powers. Precisely, Germany came to the round table with the Allies on November 11 at 5 a.m. And this led to an agreement that was signed, which is called the Armistice. This armistice brought about the conclusion that once it is 11 a.m. of November 11, 1918, then all bombing, all killings should cease, which shows an indication of the war coming to an end. It is this time, 11 a.m. on November 11, that is then called the 11th hour of the 11th day at the 11th month, which brought about the Armistice Day, as brought about the Remembrance Day. So Armistice Day was born precisely on November 11, 1919, and it signifies silence. Let all war stop. Respect, mutual respect for each other, and of course, unity among countries around the world. So since 1919, the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth nations have recognized this day as Armistice Day, while in the United States, it is recognized as the Veterans Day. Precisely in the year 1919, King George V of England called for the first 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. on every November 11. And this eventually became a practice not only in the United Kingdom, but among the Commonwealth nations and of course, United States, France, among other countries as well too. So the Armistice Day signifies let all war stops and let all killing stops. Let all sounds and locomotion that leads to killing of human beings, let it cease. And let us honor all the fallen soldiers that have fought for the peace that we have today. Though many countries in the world have recognized November 11 precisely at 11 a.m. as a Remembrance Day and time, it is observed that the United Nations is yet to recognize this day on the UN calendar as a World Day of Peace, though the week is recognized as Scientific and Peace Week. But this day, November 11, is yet to be recognized. We implore the United Nations to kindly look into this so that this day will be a day where we all remember the fallen heroes around the world. So when we have the Remembrance Day on November 11, what does it signify to us as individuals? And does it have any impact on us? Let us look at what science has talked about the impact of the Remembrance Day on us as individuals and as a community. One, science has established that the Remembrance Day makes use of efficient use of our brain and memory as individual. According to neurologists, they have established that when our brain recreates emotional states of empathy, gratitude, and sorrow, just like what we experience when we observe the 2-minute silence on the Remembrance Day, then we engage our episodic and emotional memories neurologically, having a maximum use of our brain at that particular point in time. Furthermore, sociologists and neuroscientists have also confirmed that whenever we have collective memory as group of people, then we have what we call the science of shared remembrance. This science of shared remembrance, just like what we experience whenever we have the 2-minute silence on the Remembrance Day, neutrally aligns us through empathy as a people, not longer as an individual. This again has positive importance on us. Finally, the sociologists have also confirmed that whenever we come together as individuals to share this common remembrance or memory, then we obey the theory of social identity. So, as individuals, we begin to define ourselves as part of a group, no longer as an individual that shares peace in common, that shares gratitude in common, and remembrance as well too in common. So what this means is that whatever we stand for the 2 minutes silence on November 11, this has positive impact on us emotionally, socially, and neurologically. So not only are we having the remembrance, but we are coming as a group together throughout the whole world to be not an individual, but a community, and in love and unity. This is quite beautiful. This justifies the importance of the 2-minute silence on the Remembrance Day, not only for we acknowledging the fallen heroes, but also has positive impact on us as individuals and as a group of people, not just in one country, but throughout the whole world. So one major tool that we make use of on the Remembrance Day is the red poppy. The red poppy is a flowering plant. So the question comes, how come this red poppy? Another question is, what is the importance of making use of this red poppy on the Remembrance Day? Let's explore this and answer these questions. So we look at the history and the meaning of the red poppy that we make use of on the Remembrance Day. Historically, after the First World War, it was observed that days after, there were thousands of red poppies that grew up naturally on the battlefields. So science studied this scenario and came up with the conclusion that these red poppies represent rebirths, renewal of hope, evidence of hope, and life emerging after the whole destruction, after the whole war. The use of red poppy was further inspired by Lieutenant Colonel John Margaret in his poem that he wrote to honor his friend who died in a war. The poem was titled In Flanders Fields in December 1915. Furthermore, the work of John encouraged the adoption of the red poppy by the Royal British Legion in 1921 to accept red poppy as an official symbol of remembrance. So, what does red poppy mean? Red poppy comprises the black at the center, the red we have here, and the green leaf. The red part of the flower represents the genuine emotions that are associated with love, courage, and sacrifice made by man for peace to reign among us. The black at the center represents the loss of those family members, of those people, our heroes, our soldiers that we lost in the war. And finally, the green leaf symbolizes hope for us that we are alive and life continuation. So, whenever you see the red poppy, you now understand that this is renewal of hope and unity among humanity. So, on November 11, 2025, precisely this year, I was in Hull City where I witnessed the Remembrance Day. It was quite a very beautiful occasion, graced by many people within the city and even the Lord Mayor. However, Hull City itself has historical contribution to peace that we enjoy in the world today. Let us look at the historical milestone of Hull City engaging in the war. Hull City, also known as Kingston upon Hull, is a port city which is located in the East Yorkshire of England, and it has a very deep historical connection to Britain's war effort in the world. Here on the map, this is a Hull City beside the Humber Ocean. There is also an Humber Bridge here. Hull City has strategic ports, the marine unit, and of course the military zone as well too. Record has it that at the end of the First World War, nothing less than 7,000 residents of Hull served and died in the World War I. Similarly, in World War II, record confirms that nothing less than 80 air bombing raid was exercised by the German group on Hull during the Second World War. And due to this, nothing less than 95% of the houses in Hull sustained some levels of destruction or damage. And nothing less than 1,200 civilians were killed in Hull during the Second World War, and thousands of people secured one injury or the other. So, due to this impact of the First World War and the Second World War on Hull City always have two activities for the Remembrance Day. First is the first Sunday before November 11. Hull City always have the Remembrance Sunday service that always take place at the Cenotive Center opposite the Hull Interchange. On November 11 every year, Hull City always have the Armistice Day service every November 11, where the 2-minute silence for the fallen heroes is always exercised. This also takes place at the Hull Cenotive Center opposite the interchange every year. This year wasn't an exception. I was right there, and it was quite a very beautiful occasion that the Lord Mayor of Hull attended. After this session, I'll be showing you a short clip of the video of activities that took place on November 11, 2025 in Hull City. So, dear viewers, whenever you hear the Remembrance Day, you now understand what it means. And whenever you see the red poppy, you now understand better what it means in connection to our peace in the world. So, in the stillness of the 11th hour of the 11th day, in the 11th month of any year, as the echoes of the bugle fade in the air and the red poppies move gently in the wind, let us always pause to reflect as human beings and as a group. Let us remember that remembrance is not simply the end of the ceremony, but it is the beginning of our responsibility to always honor those heroes that gave their lives for the peace we enjoy today. When they said, "Go home and tell them that we have sacrificed our today for their tomorrow." Their sacrifices has invited us to live with courage, with compassion, and with gratitude, using the peace we have today with purpose and with care. As we join the people across the world in this act of remembrance, let it become a quiet promise within each of us, a promise to strengthen our communities around the world, to stand together in unity, and to work for a more peaceful world of ours. For these represent the service, hope, and the shared duty of the fallen heroes around the world. So, peace in our world is one thing we should continue to strive for. And we should always remember those people that paid the price for the peace that we enjoy today. This session is dedicated to all fallen heroes, and it's also dedicated for peace in countries that are currently experiencing war, Russia, Ukraine, among other countries. We pray that peace will be installed in these countries. So join me as we have 2 minutes silence for the fallen heroes. With respect and remembrance, we honor their sacrifice. May the souls of the fallen heroes continue to rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you, viewers, for watching this video to this point. What do you think about the World Remembrance Day? How was it celebrated in your country? Drop your view in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Till I meet you in the next video, ensure you stay safe and be happy always. Now, I will leave you with a short video that was captured at the Hull City Remembrance Day. Enjoy it. Bye for now.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today.